us come?
It looks north.
Northerly.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set us up this way.
Yeah.
And I'll do the first one with you, the 180. Because the RPM's definitely going to, because of the turn, the RPM will be higher.
Yes.
So we have to just compensate for that with being higher up on the collective to increase the drag, to slow down the rotors. I have to turn quite sharp here, otherwise I'm going to put us in a weird position. And we're going to aim for the number 35 in the center of the runway. The last one we're also a little bit off the runway.
Yeah.
And for your test, you obviously want to do it onto the runway
Cool.
for the DE. Cool. So there's the landing zone about 30 degrees off.
Yeah.
900 foot, so a little bit low, but it'll work. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Normal entry with a bit of arc cycling.
Yeah.
We start the turn, and as we start the turn, I'm loading the collective with a little bit of pitch. Even though the buzz is on,
Yeah.
I know the turn's going to increase the RPM, so I'm kind of preempting that.
Okay.
And then we just finish the turn at about 60 knots. And when I go wings level here, I have to lower the collective a little bit, just to stop the RPM from dropping.
Okay.
And then we start our flare, start our flare, start our flare, and then hopefully get back to our spot. Alright, your controls?
Sure, that was by way.
So let's fly to the same sort of position. We've got to do like a weird turn to get there for entry.
Yes.
So you'll notice after I entered, or as I entered, I picked the nose up a bit, so there was no light feeling and there was no dropping. And then when we turned, I knew the turn was going to cause the RPM to spike.
Yeah.
So I preempted that by raising the collective a little bit. And then we got the buzzer, which I wasn't too worried about because it was stable at 96%, 97%, and I knew it's going to climb. So a lot of people in that scenario would see the buzzer into the turn and think, sure, but the RPM's low, and then low the collective, which causes a massive spike, which means they have to pull it, and they spend the whole auto chasing RPM. So we want to be one step ahead of it, knowing where it's going to go and sorting it out, and then it just becomes so much easier. Then you can focus on when to turn, when to level off, when to flare.
Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go left. Okay, so just talk me, just say the entry again.
Okay, so we normal entry, lowered the collective, right pedal flared a little bit.
Yes.
And then I pushed the nose forward a tiny bit to keep 60.
Yes.
And at that point, I'd already started raising the collective.
Okay, at that point you've already started raising. So because of the turn.
Because of the turn. So we bring in the RPM down so that when it spikes in the turn, it's not spiking to where we have to now chase it. So we're almost setting it a little bit low in the hope that it's going to climb to where we want it.
Sharp. Okay.
And then, of course, key to the 180 is positioning yourself at a good entry point. So I was about 30 degrees off, and I was a little bit low. I was at 900 feet, but we can still make it work. Ideally, we want to be at 1,000. Because you need 800 foot above ground for a nice 180. So we were at 700 above ground there. So it'll still work, but the lower you are, the more difficult it is.
Just check that aircraft there, Jar.